Do you ever feel like you've been a bad, naughty, bad DJ? You know. What's up, Mega Bad DJ Trev? Our habits create our little DJ lives. From how you organize your music to the way you actually run your business. It's often in the smallest of details that can determine our success and failures. So today I'm going to talk about the 3 bad DJ habits many of us have and how to replace them with much better habits to help our business flourish. So let's start with number 1, avoidance. I think this is something a lot of us can admit that we do in our life. But when we do this in our business, things like avoiding talking to clients about money they owe us. It is not looking at your finances, your budget to see where you've been spending money, how much money you're bringing in. Are you overspending on things you don't really need or could get for a better deal? Heck, just thinking about opening up your bank statement is probably making you feel pretty sick right now. 2, the negative messages you tell yourself. Maybe you don't think you're good enough. You're comparing yourself to all the other artists out there and thinking, I'm not as good as that. I'm not as good as him. I'm not as good as her. Maybe you're wishing that you had what these other people had. But nope, never gonna happen. Not for me. Number 3, not respecting where you're at. Maybe that's thinking that you should be farther in your career because you're comparing yourself to all the other artists out there. Maybe you think that your skills just are not up to par with what everybody else is doing. Now, while we may not be able to quote unquote break these habits, we can most definitely replace them with better ones. So going back to avoidance, you're gonna have to get uncomfortable and deal with the situation head on. Yes, that means opening up that bank statement, seeing where you're spending your money. That means making a phone call to a client, even though it makes you feel sick to your stomach, knowing how they may respond. Number 2, change the message you're telling yourself. Let's get honest here. If you really want something, you will do whatever it takes to make it happen. So instead of telling yourself that you can't afford a certain piece of gear or you can't accomplish a certain skill, start telling yourself that you're choosing not to purchase that particular product because, you know what, I don't need it. The gear that I have is perfect. And if I want to upgrade, when the time comes, that's what I will do. It's not about not being able to afford it, because if you really wanted it, you would take on extra shifts. You would maybe charge a little bit more than you currently are. You would do whatever it takes to make it happen. You would spend the time to learn production, not that you are so confused by the program that you can't figure it out. If you really wanted to learn, you would. At least respect where you're at. Take the time to really appreciate everything that you've accomplished. Take the time to look at those accomplishments and, give yourself a pat on the back, because there is always going to be somebody that knows more than you, but there's always going to be somebody that has less than you, that wishes they had what you had, that wishes they had the skills that you had. So appreciate them. But I want to hear from you guys. What are some bad habits you have, and what are you doing to try to replace them, to break that habit and help your business do better? Let us know in the comments below.